Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be answering the most asked questions about vaccines. This is part 2. If you haven't watched part 1st, I'll post the link in description box. Please go and watch. Okay, so first question I'll be answering is why it took so long for doctors and scientists to find a vaccine for the coronavirus. First of all, vaccine development is a long and complex process. It often lasts about 10 to 15 years, involving a combination of, like the clinical trials, the approval, and everything. The very first step to make a vaccine is to finding the nucleotide sequence of the microbe. Then after formation of the vaccine, the vaccines go under several testings and procedures to come into the market. After formation, the vaccines undergo several testing and procedures to check the efficacy and safety of the particular vaccine. So first of all, preclinical studies are being done. In preclinical studies uses tissue culture or cell culture systems and animal testing to assess the safety of the candidate vaccine and its immunogenicity. Immunogenicity is basically the ability to provoke an immune response. Many vaccine candidates never progress beyond this stage. This stage may last beyond 1 to 2 years. Then after this, the particular company which has manufactured the particular vaccine submits an application for investigational new drug IND to the FDA. Then after approval, the vaccine is subject to 3 phases of testing. Phase first, clinical trials test the vaccine against 20 to 80 healthy human subjects looking for antibody development and potential adverse effects of the vaccine administration. Promising trial results advance the vaccine to the next human testing phase. Phase second clinical trial tests a larger group of several hundred individuals, some of whom may belong to group at risk of acquiring the disease. These trials are randomized and well controlled and include a placebo group for comparison of immunogenicity and safety. The trials also study the candidate vaccine's proposed doses, schedule of immunization, and method of delivery. The goal of phase second testing are to study the candidate vaccine's safety, immunogenicity, proposed doses, schedule of immunization, and method of delivery. Now in phase third clinical trial, it involves thousands to tens of thousands of people. These tests are randomized and double blind. Double blind means one doesn't know that which patient has been given placebo and which patient has been given the particular vaccine. Vaccine efficacy is tested to answer questions such as does it lead to production of antibodies or other types of immune responses related to the pathogen? Does it prevent infection with the pathogen? Does the candidate vaccine prevent disease? These trials may take years because of the time it takes to recruit patients, then administer the vaccine and follow up on the immune development, including duration of the immunity, effect on the target organisms, and adverse effects. After that, marketing approval is based on the successful completion of all testing phases and is based on the information presented to the FDA in a biologics license application. The FDA will also inspect the factory where the vaccine will be made and must approve the labeling for the vaccine. Then the FDA continues to monitor vaccine production and may test the vaccine on its own. If additional clinical studies, phase 4 clinical trials have been requested by the FDA, the manufacturer may continue to test the vaccine for safety, efficacy, and other potential uses. A vaccine, if one is successfully developed, will take at least a year, possibly many more years. So this is why it takes so much time for a vaccine to come in the market. I hope I answered your question. Okay, so how do vaccines work? Vaccines basically work by, creating a memory in our body to the particular antigen they are against of. Now, vaccines contain the weakened or inactive parts of the particular organism that triggers the immune response within the body. That weakened version will not cause the disease in that person receiving the vaccine, but it will prompt their immune system to respond much as it would have on its first reaction to the actual pathogen. Some vaccines require multiple doses given weeks or months apart. Now, this is how our body acquire memory to the particular antigen. In this way, the body is trained to fight the specific disease-causing organism and building up memory of the pathogen so as to rapidly fight if and when exposed in the future. So the next question is, how are recombinant vaccines made? Recombinant vaccines are made using bacterial or yeast cells to manufacture the vaccine. A small piece of DNA is taken from the virus or bacteria against which you want to protect and inserted into the manufacturing cells. For example, if you want to make the hepatitis B vaccine, part of the DNA from the hepatitis B virus is inserted into the DNA of yeast cells. These yeast cells are then able to produce one of the surface proteins from the hepatitis B virus, and then this is purified and used as the active ingredient in the vaccine. Can I get COVID from the COVID-19 vaccine? No, the COVID-19 vaccines cannot give you COVID. Okay, so the last question is, explain herd immunity. Okay, so when someone is vaccinated, they are very likely to be protected against the targeted disease. But sometimes not everyone can be vaccinated. So people with underlying health conditions that weaken their immune system, such as cancer or HIV, or who have severe allergies to some vaccine components, may not be able to get vaccinated within certain vaccines. So these people can still be protected if they live in and amongst others who are vaccinated. When a lot of people in a community are vaccinated, the pathogen has a hard time circulating because most of the people it encounters are immune. So the more that others are vaccinated, the less likely people who are unable to be protected by vaccines are at risk of ever being exposed to the harmful pathogens. This is called herd immunity. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.